So a lot of companies are trying to wonder what can they do when it comes to AI. And there's a few areas you want to look at. One is, what is your current process? So if you know your current process, it's a lot easier to figure out what AI can do and what your team or what you can do and what you can delegate to AI. So write down all your processes. If you write down all your processes, then you know exactly what to focus on. And another area is to think about, what can we predict? So AI is really good when it comes to predicting what's happening moving forward in the future. So what can our company predict? Maybe if it's a HR team, you want to predict turnover, or you want to predict what's going to happen as far as people hiring. You want to predict potential issues when it comes to layoffs. So those are all things you could predict. Maybe if you're in the sales organization, you want to predict, what are the chances are my team going to do these numbers correctly? And not only that, but you want to also figure out, well, what can we predict as far as business and marketing? So for example, there's a lot of tools out there. I mean, you have Google Analytics, useful tool, and it'll kind of predict what type of traffic you're going to be getting moving forward in the next 30 days, next 60 days, based off past information. So based off what's going on in the past, it's going to say, well, you're probably going to get 5,000 visitors in 90 days. But not only that, you are going to get purchasing visitors as well. So that's what you want to think about. A lot of tools, a lot of people think of it as, well, productivity. They think about it as saving money. But really, the core ways to use AI that's different from any other technology is really figuring out, how can we predict the future? And that's a major selling point. That's a major point when it comes to many different types of tools. So I was just talking to a group today, and they mentioned that they would like to predict what type of occupancy they're going to have when it comes to their hotel. So that's a definitely a good one. So it's hospitality group, and it helped because when they do that, they can plan other areas. So for example, if they wanted to figure out what are they going to be doing the next week as far as occupancy, are they going to have events? Are they going to have other stuff? It's easier. And also predictive and preventive. So let's say a hospital or a hotel or any other area that has equipment, they want to figure out, how can they prevent costly repairs? So think about traditionally, we have a car, and if we hear a sound, we might get our car fixed, right? But when it comes to AI, you want to use it to predict and prevent issues from happening in the future. So for example, if you have equipment in your hospital, if you have equipment in a hotel, then you have ACs, that's something that it can predict when it's going to go out. So if you do that, then it's a lot easier to save money. It's a lot easier to really plan ahead, plan financially. So those are some of the things you want to think about when it comes to predictive. And another area is productivity. So if you're being productive, one way to improve is using AI. So there's different areas of being productive. So you have email, you have meetings, you have just overall your specific task. Maybe that's creating graphics. Maybe that's posting on social media. So really look at all these different areas of your work, your business or your job. And then from there, figure out, well, what am I spending all this time on? What am I spending the most time on? What has been actually beneficial to my business, my work? And what can I really delegate to AI? And another thing that people kind of make the mistake of is, well, they say, well, I'm just going to go to AI and just ask it one specific thing, such as make this email better. But really, there's a lot more to it. You can do it by tone of voice. You could do it by figuring out specifics about what is needed in an email. So instead of just asking, make this email better, you can say, well, make this email better, make it sound like a established travel advisor that cares about their customers. So there's a lot of different ways you can do that. And don't be restricted to just text. It's not just about text. You can have you can have videos. You can upload videos and then have AI analyze it. You can upload pictures. You can take pictures, screenshots, upload it. Just now for a client, I showed them how, well, you can go to your website, screenshot it, and then upload that screenshot to AI and then it gives you advice on how you can improve your website. So don't be limited. I think the other week I was practicing for a presentation and I put in the voice chat part when it comes to the presentation, and I said, hey, I'm working on a presentation and I want to make sure the opener is great. So I did the voice option, said my opener, and then AI replied back. I think it was ChatGPT replied back with a voice saying, hey, you could try this out, you can change these a little bit. So again, so many different options when it comes to AI, but remember, you want to think about predictive, preventive, and also what can we know real time in productivity as well. So there's so many different areas when it comes to business, but remember, predictive, what can we prevent as well? So that's what you want to consider. All right, have a good one.